So let me start with the slope-intercept form of linear equation, which is y is equals to mx plus b, where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. Pardon my handwriting. Okay, so m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. And let me start with slope. So what is slope? Slope is, you can say, rate of change, which is ratio of rate of change. It means the ratio of change in y to change in x, which is y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. And you can take an example that the value that is multiplied multiple times, the value that is applied multiple times. Example given is a monthly payment. Example is a monthly payment which multiplies each month. Each time means the number of months till you have to pay, which is the value that is applied multiple times in a month, is your slope. Let me give an example here. That here, let me take two coordinates, which is -1, 2, 2, 3. So the slope would be here y2 minus y1, 3 minus 2, by x2 minus x1, which would be 2, minus 1, which would be 1 by 3 would be our slope. So the value of slope is 1 by 3. Now, what is positive slope and what is negative slope? So positive slope happens when the graph is upward from left to right. When the graph is upward from left to right, then m is positive. But when the slope is downward from left to right, then the slope would be negative. Okay, so now let's follow with the concept of y-intercept. So we would write this y-intercept in short form b y-intercept. Okay, so what is y-intercept? Y-intercept, you can tell when the graph touches y-axis, which is 0, y. When graph touches y-axis, then the value that comes would be our y-intercept. You can say example, which is initial value. Example given is, you can say initial value. It can be a down payment, whatever thing you are giving. Let me write in the short form, down payment. Okay, so it can be a down payment. You are initially paying whatever the thing you are buying. Now let me give you an example of y-intercept, which is it is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's keep it till here. When the graph touches sorry, let me take the 2 point here, it would be easy. Okay, so what would be the y-intercept? So what is y-intercept? When the graph touches y-axis, here the graph touches y-axis at the point 2, and here the x-coordinate is 0. So the y-intercept would be 0, 2. This would be your y-intercept. So the value of y-intercept would be 2. Now let me tell you how to convert any graph into this form. So let me take a rough example. Let me see if we have a graph paper or not. No, I don't think so we have. Okay, anyways, let me draw a rough graph here. Please, I'm really sorry, I'm a student too, but I'm curious about teaching and a fellow student from across the world. So please help me as a elder one to reach me at least 100 subscribers. Please do subscribe, please. So let me take your points. It would be 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let me turn on the stylish mode. Okay, let me see if we have space. No, it's full. Okay, anyways, it's not connecting. Let me here put the value 4 here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's not keep this value, let's keep this empty. So if I'm putting let me draw a rough graph here. It is passing to 3 to sorry, to another 3. Okay, you can say this point is 3, this point is 3. So what would be the slope of this graph? So it would be, here the coordinates are 0, 3, and here the coordinates are 3, 0. So y2 minus y1, and you can say that the slope is negative because it is downward from left to right. So it would be 0 minus 3 by x2 minus x1, 3 minus 0, it would be minus 1. So the slope is minus 1. The value of slope is minus 1. Now, what is y-intercept, which is what is the value of b, where the graph touches y-axis, which is 0, 3. So it would be 3. It would be 3. Now, let me tell you how to write this graph. Now you know the value that the value of b was 3 and the value of m was minus 1. Now, how to plot this into this equation? Plotting this into this equation would be like, the value of m we know is minus 1. So we would write that y is equals to minus 1 x plus the value of b, which is 3. It would be y is equals to 3 minus x. Okay, 3 minus x. Now, let me give you an example here. Here, so the question reads that Tamika purchases a new mattress for $600, which she will pay for initial payment of $150 and monthly installment of $30. Which equation fits the situation to find the number of monthly installments m? Now, I have told that the initial value is the y-intercept, initial payment is the y-intercept, this is the y-intercept, 150 is the y-intercept, and I have also told that the monthly installment is an example of slope. You can say that the $30 is the slope, and I have also told that the value that is applied multiple times is also a slope, so 30 is the slope, and 150 is the initial payment, which is y-intercept, and 608 is the total. So now we have to form the equation, which would be in this form. Okay, so this y refers to the total, so we would like to write this as 600 equals to, now what is the slope? We know that it's 30. It would be 30 m plus, what is the initial payment? What is y-intercept? It is 150. Okay, 150. Let me write it properly. 150. Pardon my handwriting. This would be the equation. Now, let us assume that she will pay for 2 months. 2 months. So now we will put the value 600. Let me find the value. So it would be for 2 months. The payment would be, the value of m would be 2 plus 150 plus 150. That would be here. The value of y would be 150 plus 60, it would be 210. Then the value on the second month, she would have paid $210. And remember that in SAT do not include signs such as signs and symbols such as dollars, any other symbols and signs. Okay, that other than that are allowed. Other than that, no symbol should be responded in the student responded answers. So I hope this video helps you. Thank you so much for seeing this video. This would help me a lot. Please make sure you tell me how to improve my tone or anything that you need to be improved. Please tell me. I will try to improve it. Anyways, thank you so much. Please make sure like and subscribe. Thank you so much. Bye.